I can tell you the story about that one, Bryce. I put that picture on purpose just to see the shit we got up to down there. Try to keep this stream as low a bitrate as I possibly can for you guys. It's at 720, 30 frames, 3.5 meg. I hope that's alright for most people. I don't want to drop it much lower. Here I come. Hi everyone. Do you see me? In my high vis? Remember, always be safe on the internet. Always be safe. Hello, Steph. Again, how are you? Yeah. Can you see me, Angie? Can you see me? Where's he gone? How you doing, guys? Confused? Can I take this off now? It's actually heavy. It's actually quite irritating to wear. And then I can put these back on. How you doing, guys? Thanks for popping in. I know I promised to show you what it's like down in Antarctica for a while, and so here it comes. So I've just been playing a little with the streams, like, hi, how are you? Thanks for coming. I appreciate your being here. Hey, Echo. If I missed you I'm sorry. How are you? How are you, buddy? How are you, mate? You doing good, mate? Sorry, just checking all the scenes that I got going here. I am running OBS in studio mode, so if we have any issues today, we'll fix them live. So thank you very much for coming. My body is ready. So today, basically, is just going to go of. I'm just going to show you some pictures and photos. Sound good? Don't have any really last ideas show and tell, but there's nothing really to show because I can't bring anything back from Antarctica. I'm sorry to say. There's laws against that still, so I'll show a bunch of photos and videos. How about that? How about we cut straight into it, shall we? So I went down to Antarctica on the 1st of December No, pardon me. I went down to Hobart the 1st of December and left on the boat on the 6th of December. Yeah, that's the wharf there, Steph. You probably would recognise it. So out on the left there's the CSIRO building and a bunch of hotels and wharf down there. G'day Jack, how are you mate? Thanks for coming in. All confused. So this is where the boat takes off basically. So this is just all up and around the wharf. So you know, wood. They have a lot of wood down there. It was very funny to see. There's a lot of wood. Not sure why there was wood. The wharf had wood. Yeah, the CSIRO live over there. I took more pictures of the CSIRO. I don't know why. Tell me. No, you're not. You're not confused. Now this man, Bagpipe Man, he played us bagpipes as we left. This was actually very special because this normally doesn't happen. No, it's not me, Elnuke. I can't play the bagpipes. My goodness. Bagpipes are one of the hardest instruments ever. I'm glad to hear that, Echo. Me too. So this guy actually played us bagpipes as we left on the boat. So that was actually really special because it's not meant to happen. So this guy works for the Tasmanian Police and he was invited in through a special connection by somebody on the boat who knew the police commissioner who got this guy to come in and played us the boat as we left. So I got a video of this guy as well, so I'll show you that a bit later too. Hello Marcus, how are you mate? Thanks for coming in. So, what did he play? He played all sorts of stuff, Steph. Sorry, hitting the mic. And yeah, I'll play you some of the video a bit later as well. Well, no, wait, why don't we just do it now? How about I show you now what he played? And I'll show you some of the... So how about that? We show you some of the videos that he had. Oops, if we just pause that, we'll do that, we'll do swap with that, and we'll play that. Yeah, basically, Jack, that's how it worked. He knew a guy, he knew a guy, she knew a guy. So yeah, he was playing even after over 100, 200 meters away from the wharf. You could hear him for quite a while. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? It almost felt like a bit of a dirge, like it's the final leaving of the boat. It wasn't. The boat's still got another year to go. See how it's almost a bit saddening, I know. It was a bit of it was a somber moment though, I'll tell you that though. Hello Pajago, how are you mate? Thanks for coming in. I'll show you that video later. So yeah, that was Bagpipe Man. So we're leaving. So for those who don't know, the Aurora Australis was the boat I was on, and she goes up the Derwent River out to sea. So there was an oil rig in the Derwent River at the moment. It's not drilling for oil. It was it's there being fixed. It's not drilling for oil in Tasmania, as you know everyone thinks it is. It's not. You know, Steph. See, you should be the expert. You're Tasmanian for now. Lots of birds. It's Tasmania's really lovely for those who haven't been there. I don't know why everyone rips on it. It's a fantastic, lovely state. You should go down there if you want, if you can. Little lighthouse out there that they have. It's just beautiful. So, and on the boat we had helicopters. We were taking down helicopters. I got really close to a helicopter for the first time really in my life, which I thought was really cool. So these are two Sparrow class helicopters. So these are really cool. Just to be that close to. Sorry, let me just put my pictures over here so I see what actually I'm showing next. So these are two going to be delivered down to Casey Station. So nice, cool helicopters. And then we start seeing ice. So that's a lot of what we saw. Yeah, that's it confused, isn't it? That's what some people do, isn't it? They make up rumours about the bad things about a place to actually keep people away so they keep it to themselves. Oh, Red Barrel, shots fired already. Red Barrel, mate, shots fired. You need to be slapped, sir. So yeah, a lot of ice. This is all this pack ice we went through to get down there. So the boat just shoots straight on through it. So yeah, I do like it. And sorry, that slap command I've locked out for everyone because I felt it's probably a little tongue-in-cheek. A lot of noise. You mean the boat, Steph, or the ice, or both? Or it is more of a general hum of you hearing the engines. It's not too bad. You can sometimes hear big bits of ice when the ship rams it, sort of, straight into it. But maybe a lot of scraping. Yeah, that's right. Confused. Hugging. So there's sometimes a bit of scraping down the hull as the boat goes over the ice, but otherwise it's not too bad. The crew do pretty well to try and make sure they don't make smashing a big ideal, and so you can usually get a good night's sleep on the boat when they're trying to get through the ice. So this was the ice pack, so we got through this in a day. So that was actually really super quick, and it's just really lovely. It's just all this lovely pack ice, and like the colours as well, which is it's not poo or anything. These yellow bits, that's all algae. It's not poo. So all this yellow stuff is they do call it a brown ice, I think, and that's actually algae. It's not actually poo. You know when it's poo, Anoog. You know when it's poo. And yeah, that's just I think that's Antarctica that had on the horizon there. But yeah, it's just as far as the eye can see. It is just. I've told people this story when they said, "What's it like down there?" It is just immense nothing. It is humongous, beautiful nothing. As you can see, that that's just all you see. But there's just hardly any humans around, and it's just so natural. So this little boat, she's called the Aurora Australis 2. It's the little void. I read that as soon as I talk, Bryce. God damn you. So this is the Aurora Australis' little launch boat. So it can be used for anything they need. So it's a little tugboat, I believe. You can push the boat around. You can push anything. It's a really powerful little boat. Hello, Dryshot. How you doing, mate? Oh, no, you're not confused. Hope I'm sounding all right. I'm glad I'm hearing. I can't really check myself. I've tried checking myself, but it is a bit hard because I'm obviously using only one PC setup here. So I have many windows open and got OBS. I put a third monitor in just for this stream today. So I've got OBS running over here, what I'm showing you in front of me, and got all the other Twitch stuff running over here. So let's put the music back, shall we? I missed the music. So that was the AA2, and we got more ice. Did you dry shot in January? That means it left. So in January you said goodbye to it. That would have been Voyage 3. So I was back home in Adelaide by the 8th of January. So if you said goodbye to it, then yeah, that was Voyage 3 that I wasn't on this year. And that trip is on the way back from Antarctica right now. They just finished up 2 days ago, resupplying Davis and Mawson stations. So yeah, more ice, stooging out in the ice. It's cool. It's very cool, dry shot. It's very cold. Average temperature, -5, I think, without wind. About -5. You could stand on the deck pretty comfortably. Another front shot of the Aurora Australis 2. She's as old as the Aurora is, so she's about 30 years old as well. And they say she's a tough little ship. Seals! Seals. Look at the seal. He's lovely. I believe this is a Weddell seal. Look at him. Sorry, pixels. Look at him. It's a seal. He gave us the seal of approval.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 8-bit of live? 8-bit 2 live? How do you do? Badger keeps mispronouncing it, doesn't it? 8-bit O live. Thanks for following, mate. Really appreciate it. I've mostly just been doing Antarctica stuff, but I might do some games eventually. Yeah, mate, I went to Antarctica. That's right. Whoop. So seals. We saw quite a few seals. I think this is a different seal. So yeah, this is from the back of the boat. I did hear that red barrel, and I saw photos as well of him down there. Because there's a Facebook page that anyone can follow that shows some stuff from inside the Antarctic stations called Absolute Antarctica on Facebook. You can see some photos of various things down there, and that's where the photos were. You could see Dr. Carl was down there at Casey Station, and he did some radio broadcasts from down there, because the internet is actually not too bad down the Antarctic stations now, so you can get something like an audio stream out like that. So that was really cool that they did that. I wasn't there when that happened, naturally, but that happened about 2 weeks after I got back to Adelaide. So now it's really cool that they do that engagement with the media to raise awareness and all that sort of stuff about Antarctica. This is just the bow of the boat. She's powering through. Again, it's just lovely we get to go back there and have a look at how the ship powers along. Because normally you're not allowed on the back deck like that, because it's at open up at sea. Yeah, I did tell you. That was quite a few years ago, wasn't it? One of the American stations, wasn't it? Yeah, you can. Oh, well, there are rules. There's still rules on the boat, Confused. Like, when you're out of open ocean and the seas are going like this, you can't be walking on the back deck of the boat, because you probably get nice and wet and fall over the edge and drown, and that's not fun. So now we finally hit Casey Station. So this is Casey Station, for those who haven't seen it before, or any photos or anything like that. What photo are we out? That one. So we finally hit Casey Station by the 14th of December. So how cold is the water? If you fell in, would it just be insta-death, right? Well, maybe not here, Captain Lenny, but basically, you're sort of right by saying that, because they do work on the principle, if you fall overboard, the time it takes for the ship to notice, come about and come collect you, you've probably fallen unconscious due to hypothermia. Yeah, the ocean is about 0 degrees, if not -1, because seawater freezes at -1.8, so yeah, it's pretty dangerous. So that looks like the water is, maybe 10 degrees, right? It's not. It's probably 0 degrees, and that's why they say basically if you fall overboard, you might as well just say goodbye. So yeah, they make a big point about just being careful down there in the water, because it is deceptively colder than you ever think it's going to be. So yeah, Casey is quite widespread, so there's all these buildings up the top right, and then the wharf down the bottom left here. There's actually a road that goes up in between them, they cut it into the ice. So no one did Angier, so it's alright. But yeah, that's one thing. If I say that and it sounds a bit morbid, they do make a big point of that. If you ever get to go down to Antarctica, they are very strict on safety, for good reason, because it's a very harsh environment, it's a very dangerous environment, and if you mess up, it's going to be bad news. So you just have to keep your wits about you, and a bit of common sense, and you enjoy the place. It's fine. So yeah, main part of Casey Station. I got more photos. I did get to go on board and all the fun. No, that's fine, Captain. Ask away, mate. Ask away, Lenny. Yeah, sorry, just as well. If anyone's got questions, shoot them out, at me in the chat, and so I can see them better. If you got any questions, just shoot them out, guys. I'll happy to answer as what I can for, since I've been down to Antarctica. So yeah, I took a fair few around the wharf here, because I try to, do a lot of happy snaps, because I don't know if I'm ever going to see this place again. As much as they said they would take me back, but, you don't know if you're ever going to get to see something like this again. This is just amazing. All these hills, and it's just it's all very calm here, because obviously we're in the sort of the coves of Antarctica. So, and there's all the pack ice you saw of the photos earlier, that sort of acts as natural water breaks, so the water obviously can't create waves. So yeah, it's again a lot of lovely nothing. You're right, Red Barrel, it really is almost like another planet. You're the repository of wisdom. Not confused. Well, there are people I've met on here that certainly know a lot more than I do about the place. Some real scientists, people with doctorates and stuff like that. They make you feel really stupid. So, but yeah, a lot of smart people down there, watercraft, people who drive the boats. They're a really clever mob. So yeah, this is just a shot I took of on the back of the boat. This is all this stuff here is stuff we were delivering to Casey Station, because we're resupplying them for the year. So, a lot of gas bottles, because they need, gas to run this place, and stuff like that. this is a big bridge that I'm standing on. This thing at the bottom, that's a bridge. So we were replacing a little bridge that's over a freshwater pond. It's a freshwater pond, yeah, at Casey. So they needed a new bridge. So the one was made and it was sent down on the boat here. Oops. Oh yeah, they get explosives for some reason. I'm not sure why. This was det cord. I just took a photo because I thought it was funny that I'm standing right next to a box that's full of bombs. But Are you with doctors, do you, Angie? Yeah. I hope you work with good doctors. Some can be pricks, eh? But when you get some nice people that are like that, you know, you learn a lot, I think. And I did learn a lot from the scientists on board here. They tell you about, you know, what's it like with the atmosphere, because, you know, some of them are atmospheric scientists, some are geologists, some are, you know, glaciologists. Yeah, some of the all sorts of different professions. It's great. Oh yeah, Captain Emily, there's no smoking near this thing. So this was det cord though. It was relatively safe. So, you know, det cord only explodes under high pressure, I believe. So that's why it just sits out here and it's fine. So I took a picture of this because I know that looks weird, but all this here is actually an abandoned Australian station. If you are you explosive, Echo? So this is actually an abandoned Australian station. It was Wilkins Station, which no longer exists. So that not to be confused with the Wilkes airfield, Wilkins airfield. Oh god, now I'm getting confused. But that's an abandoned station, so that's just around the corner from Casey, and yeah, they still go there on occasion, but otherwise it's disused, it's run down. There's nothing there. I just took a photo of all the landscape around here. It's just fantastic. So I'm standing out on the boat, and I just had to keep my jacket on because, you know, it's a bit chilly. Obviously, you had to keep your big thermals on over the top of you. That's where yeah, that's where the spaceship is, Elnick. That's right. I can't tell you what happened though. So this is a shot finally of inside. Jack, it was on Eastern Standard Time actually. So Casey Station runs on Eastern Standard, the same as the Eastern States. It's only when you Davis and Mawson run on hours further back. Davis is about 2 hours behind, and Mawson is 5 hours behind. I actually put the time zone in a time command here. So yeah, it's 9:15 in the morning over at Mawson Station. So that's how many hours in the past they are. So do they believe? No, they don't, Steph. They don't engage in daylight savings. Well, probably because the light doesn't go down at this time of year. So it's just sun all the time down there as well, for those who aren't aware. And then of course they get a few months of complete pitch blackness. So this is in Casey's station. So this is a bar. They have a bar. So it's obviously not being used because they can't drink during resupply. It's a safety precaution with heavy machine running around. So that's their bar in the station. And I got a few shots, so I got to go ashore a little bit. Is that directly south of the Australian Eastern? No, not directly, not directly, Lenny. They are a bit of an angle. So if you look on a map, it is more. Hang on, my arm's orientating right. It is sort of you're going down at an angle to get there. If you were to go straight down from, you know, SA, Tasmania, or something like that, you'll end up at the French station. So yeah, the Australian stations are actually more to the west than if you were to go straight down into Antarctica. Hello, Kit Carnage, how are you? Buggles, how are you? Thanks for coming in, guys. I know a lot of people are asking about, you know, how's Antarctica, so I thought let's do it. It's good for everyone, I think. No need to keep the drinks in the fridge yet. But you saw it, Belle, there is actually a fridge there. They still have a fridge. They can't just keep them outside. How cold is it, Kit? Yeah, so for average temperature, maybe about -5. It can fluctuate anywhere between 0 and -10. When the wind comes in, that's when it really hits you. You know, I'm not sure what. It's a bit hard. I don't think they measure the wind chill factor that much. They just give you an average of what it can get down and can get to. When you hear, we're here to hear about Antarctica and get it affiliated. Oh, thanks, Confused. That'd be nice. Just be affiliated, just so I can give you guys the option so you can change the video codec option. That's what I feel is missing. Like, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about people watching. You know, if you guys can't watch to your internet capability, then that's not very fair, is it? So this is the outside of Casey Station. This is their main building where all the dormitories are and the mess hall and some common areas. They just call it the Red Shed, typically. Yeah, it can get that red bar. Absolutely, it can get to -80, I think, sometimes in a blizzard with the wind chill factor there. So yeah, it can get certainly pretty bad. I want Black Death emotes. What would I make for an emote? I just don't know what I'd make for an emote. Just probably ask that artist guy that people get to make it, and just like, look at me, make me into a cartoon. So yeah, walking around with these lovely people, sitting in our banana suits. So that's the nickname we gave them, because they're obviously bright yellow and we have to wear them outside when we leave the boat. So yeah, but the blue buildings are, they're scientist buildings, or they are they're powerhouses. So that's where the power gets moved around the station, so they don't all freeze inside. This should, oh come on, Nico. No, let's not tempt fate on the first stream in nearly a year. So there's the AA out there. I like this shot because I see the AA in the background, because to me this is the first time I've seen the AA, you know, from this angle, from pretty much a week and a half, 2 weeks since we left Antarctica. I mean, excuse me, Hobart. So sometimes it's a somber. It's really nice to actually see the AA again from, you know, from her outside, so to speak. So, what is that emote? Oh, it's Ongs. So yeah, yellow. This is the IT operations shed. This yellow building. So that's where all the IT people hang out. It's where the station leader, the one who runs the joint, she hangs out, and all the comms people. So they're the comms ladies are the ones who organise, because there's a lot of flights coming into Casey, and so they organise all that through there. It was in that building where they did the Dr. Carl radio interview, I believe. From my understanding of how they could have done it, they did it in that building there. Oh, this is a little lab, but no, it's a hobby hut, or it's a scientist hut, one of the two. And yeah, it moves around. See, it's on sleds, so they drag that around the station when they need to. So they just hook that up to one of their tractors and just drag it around. Team Lazo and Dr. Carl too. Yeah, so it's probably the yellow building. I have met the station leader. She's a lovely lady, very helpful. Oh, this is a weather balloon. They do have the Bureau of Meteorology live down there as well, and they release weather balloons. That's how we know all the information we do about Antarctica, because they need to collect data. So that's a weather balloon. I know it's a terrible shot, sorry, my camera doesn't have a long zoom on it, so, you know, that's the best I can really grab. Yeah, more shots to the AA. That's a jet barge. I got some better shots of the barge. I like the barge, it's fun. I like this signpost. This signpost is right in the middle of the station, well, near the middle of it. I'm not sure if these distances on are correct or true. That's true. That's the position of Casey Station. And yeah, but I don't think its distances are correct. I'm not sure if it's 3,934 kilometers to Adelaide, or you know, Port Melbourne, Broken Hill. It is, Jack. Yeah, I actually did one last year, and I broke the sensor on it, so that was really fun. Oh, is there, Angie? Yeah, I've never been to Alice Springs, so no, this is cool. Like Dumont Deville, that's the French Antarctic station, so that, you know, 1,298 kilometers away. That actually might be true. So I'm told I've never had this verified, so actually don't quote me if I don't know if these are true or not. But you know, the photos are there, so you know, why not? Haglunds, if anyone's heard of a Haglund before, it's a German-made vehicle, and it's designed to work in snow. So they're pretty much like little, you know, snow caterpillars. So they actually have no, and they steer from, there's a shaft in the middle of them. So that's why there's like two little modules, and in the middle they just sort of, you know, bend, you know, like that. And that's how they twist and turn to actually get around on the snow. They actually have no steering, you know, in the traditional sense in the wheels. It's all in the bend in the chassis in the middle of the vehicle. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go. Adelaide's that way. I'm gonna go that way. Looks like VW bus on tracks. Well, VW, that's German as well. Red mate. So you're probably right there. They do have a blue one, but that was out doing things at the moment. Another shot of the sign. Let's have a look. So Sydney was 4,471 kilometres away. Macquarie Island, Adelaide, Melbourne, Perth, Brisbane, Darwin, Humpty Doo. Anyone know where Humpty Doo is? I sat in the Haglund in Antarctica and in Christchurch. Oh, did you, Lenny? Yeah, I didn't get to sit inside one. I bloody touched the damn things. I didn't get to go inside any of them. There's a multicolour one as well, actually. I got a photo of that one. Near Darwin, is it? Oh, now my mate's got Humpty Doo near Darwin. Oh, okay. Yeah, my mate of mine is a mate of mine's in Darwin actually at the moment. And here's us. Well, some of the people I went down with. There's me. That's me. Do we see the resemblance? So yeah, no banana suits.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, Britney Spears is such a remarkable recording artist.
So yeah, these two ladies are scientists. He was a pilot, I believe. She's a scientist, and he's a mechanic or a pilot, I believe, as well. So yeah, so this is one of the days we got to go ashore. We had to go back to the ship shortly after this shot. But yeah, that was a lovely little day we had. And it got quite warm, which is why I got the jacket undone here, whilst all the other guys have the jacket done up. But it's actually quite a bit warm, so that's why I had to undid the jacket. Yeah, so this is near pointing towards the back of Casey's station. So what this is... Did you like it? That's the simple question there, Kit. Yeah, I did like it. It is actually really nice. It is really peaceful. And yeah, as long as you've got good people with you, because obviously the people make the community, which make the trip. It is, and I did have some nice people around, so it was a good trip, and I did like it down there actually, despite the fact you could die very easily if you stuff up. It is actually really nice place, and I would like to go again. So I did actually like it down there. What were you there for? Yeah, Echo. I was there for because I am an IT tech by trade. Despite the fact I'm wearing a fluorescent shirt, but everyone wears these shirts actually. So pretty much everyone under these yellow things were all wearing these fluoro shirts. This is actually what was given to me by the Antarctic division because we all have to wear them. And so I was there, Echo, as actually the role was called a comms tech officer. So what that is basically the IT person on the boat. So just helping people doing general IT stuff, being it could be anything, just fixing computers, fixing anything, video game consoles, could be literally anything, a phone, even though phones don't work, but people using their phone for emails. It's just basically using anything, helping them with anything, bit of radio stuff as well. So, and the job that I had basically involves going down with the boat and coming back with it, which is why I was only gone for a month. So if I were to take a job that maybe was a bit longer, I could have been staying down one of these stations for a few months, but for the moment, in this point of my life and the job I have back here in Adelaide, I'm just going to try and keep doing these round trips for a while, because it's just easiest at this point in my life. But there's plenty of other jobs available, Echo, which I made a command for it. If anyone's interested in seeing what they potentially might want to do yourself one day, visit the AAD's website. I've put it there, antarctica.gov.au, and have a little look and see what you reckon. Click. So back to this photo. This bus here, a snow bus, is called Priscilla. And what she does, she actually transports people from the actual airfield, Wilkins Airfield, to Casey Station. And yes, called Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, because Antarctica is technically a desert. So yeah, Priscilla is what transports the people to and fro the airfield. It's actually quite a fair ways away. So yeah, that's Priscilla. Excuse me. So more of the back of the station. So that's just inland Antarctica. It goes on for yonks. So yeah, that's the green store in the green building. Funny that. So that's where their fresh food will go until they use it all for the rest of the year. More Haglins, I believe. And the road that goes down to the wharf leads out there to the left, just behind the green store. Yeah, more shots of Priscilla. Yeah, more shots out towards the ocean. Yeah, Lenny, just I think there's an expression of interest on it as well. So if you want to put your name on it, at least you'll then get the email every year that the jobs are open, so you can see what they got on offer, mate. So yeah, even if you forget, because that's how I got involved. I had been applying since 2013, and I kept getting the email every year to say that the opportunities were open again. So yeah, eventually they let me go in January last year, and then went again in December of the same year, and came back in January, and here we are. So you can confuse, but it's only in hydroponics environment. So it's all. There is abilities in that shed. They can hydroponically grow it. So they do have the ability to grow their own sort of crops, but they don't grow anything outside because this is all just rock. It's just all volcanic rock and snow. You can't grow anything in the ground. But yeah, they do try and grow some stuff hydroponically in the green store. Yeah, some fresh fruit and veg. So yeah, more shots out towards the sea. Oh, there is some moss on Antarctica. It's not on near this station though, but that's where I saw last year. Sometimes you can find moss if you're very lucky, but otherwise there's not much greenery around Antarctica at all, not naturally. No, confused. Hydroponics is a proper way of growing things. So yeah, just the clouds and all the cover is just fantastic. This generator ruined this shot. This crappy generator, this yellow box was in the bloody way. But then I had to go at an angle to get this shot of, you know, this is on, so that these fuel tanks are for the fuel for the station, so that's all special Antarctic blend fuel, so it doesn't freeze at these temperatures. It will freeze eventually, but at minus 40 degrees, I'm told, or something like that. So, but otherwise, it will just so that's how they burn to keep the station running. And this word case is visible from out in the ocean as well. And that's a part of the refueling. So that's a manifold involved in refueling when we started refueling them, because they need the fuel. We gave them, oh, how much was it? 975,000 litres of this fuel to last them the year. So yeah, one of the trucks they have, these guys are oceanographers from the Australian Navy. So they're here to, I don't know, measure all the depth, I believe, and map out the under the water. Yeah, it is a lot of fuel kit. They do burn a lot of fuel. It's about each station gets about that 1 million litres mark every year to make sure they last the year and a bit, you know, in case anything happens. So big crane, that's how they get everything off the barge here, this thing here, and put it onto a truck, drive it back up the station, and unpack it. So, you know, they have a normal car stand there that, like, you know, need a Hilux. If you want it done right, you got to get a Hilux, mate. You got a Hilux, well, that lasts down here. The Hilux gets battered around down there, I tell you. So yeah, I know it looks like they've really screwed up the environment here, how they make all the roads and stuff like that. But you know, I hope, you know, there's acceptable limits, I believe, how far, you know, how the station can, you know, manage, and then of course everything has to be kept really nice outside of it. Yeah, back on the boat again. I took more shots because, you know, you get a bit bored on the boat sometimes. Unfortunately, these two crosses up here are because 2 people did die in the fuel donation. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention. So, oh, is it? Sorry, shit. Bloody bitly. So, sorry to mention, I should actually elaborate on that. So Shave, I got a friend of mine back in Adelaide. This is completely unrelated to Antarctic stuff, but I was talking to him yesterday at a wedding I dropped into. So I said, so he's got the shoulder length hair, and he's going to shave it all off for the world's greatest shave, the fight against blood cancer. So if anyone feels like, now I'm not asking for donations myself, or if you want to donate to blood cancer, you know, you're welcome to do as you please. So he's doing that in March. So if anyone feels you wish to donate towards blood cancer, you can donate towards my friend Steve, not Barjo, different Steve, and you know, he can obviously, and he will cut his head, he will shave his head, get his head shaved in Adelaide in March. I believe it's early March. Sorry, is that link not working? It's bloody Bitly. Why does Bitly not work anymore? That's really unfortunate, eh? Oh, it's working for me, Red Barrel. What's it doing for you, mate? Did you just see that, Angie? Yes, I had to trim myself. I trimmed off some of the zeros. Oh yeah, what people don't realise when I'm watching, you know, Barjo, and if I drop into any of your streams, and I'm watching all those other people's usernames that have the, you know, they have the less zeros or even the original Black Death username, and one day when it gets available, I'm gonna grab it. Know your Streamlabs. Oh, really? Oh, whoops. Yes, that old chestnut, eh? I thought see, this is things that I was doing in a rush and it didn't quite work out that well, so... Hang on, let's fix that up. See, we're fixing it live, Thank you very much, Red Barrel, it's a good catch actually. Sorry, I thought I captured all the times where it was, you know, had to change back from, you know, get rid of a few zeros, so... So yeah, that should work now, Red Barrel, if you have to refresh or not, I'm sorry. So yeah, sorry guys, that one should be fine now. If anyone wishes to throw money at me, I very much would appreciate your love. If you'd like to throw money at Stephen, through !shave, and he's looking for $1,000 goal, of course, he's happy to take anything. And yeah, he's going to be shaving his hair in the name of blood cancer. So, speaking of the terribles that are cancer and things that can kill us, unfortunately these two people here, I'm not sure if they're gentlemen, sorry, I don't want to gender them, they did die, unfortunately, at Casey here at times in the past. So of course, they remembered up there. Helicopters! These are the helicopters you saw before. I got to catch them flying because what happened last time, get fat cancer. I like that Deadpool video about cancer, eh? A cause very close to me. Cancer. Fuck cancer. So what happens with the helicopters, right? If you have to, yes, it's very sad what happened, isn't it? So these helicopters, when the helicopters are flying, you're not allowed on the outside of the boat. So you're actually not allowed to go and sort of watch them per se. So where I am, in order to get this shot, I'm actually standing in a door on the side of the ship. That's called the bunker door. That's how people get on and off the boat when she's at sea. So I was in this door, and I was just sitting at the edge of the door and I just took rapid fire shots of this helicopter flying because I wasn't going to miss it a second time after missing it last time I went down. See, and because I didn't have my phone with me, because that's how I took the video. So this is my DSLR, my Canon DSLR. So I was just rapid firing shots to try and get the bloody chopper. So yeah, we had to go back out to sea. So we lost a few days in resupply due to the weather. So weather does obviously change down there at a rapid pace. So this is just stuff just out. Yeah, good. That's it, Angie. Just burst mode camera. So some big icebergs just outside of off the coast of Antarctica that we were stooging around because we need to wait for the weather to subside to get back in there and finish the job. So you can see obviously the weather's, the clouds are dropping. It's just really crappy conditions. The sea's picking up a bit. So we couldn't. So the little boats, the barge and stuff, they can't get in the water in order to actually do their jobs. So that's why we just pull them all out of the water. Or they get taken out of the water and we have to stooge outside for a while. So where are my photos? Here they are. What are we up to? We're up to there. So I took this shot on the bridge just because I wanted to. This is just where the ship was built, Carrington Slipways in Newcastle, New South Wales. And yes, because she's obviously Australia's only built icebreaker, so it's very. Although she does have quite a place in Australia's history. It'd be a shame to see her go. Well, she's not going to go. She's going to be sold. So what's going to happen to her? Apparently, some of the crew were telling me they'll find out by July this year of what's going to happen to the AA. So hopefully it'll be something worthwhile for her. So yeah, more stuff from outside. I believe that is Fraser Island. It's called out there. This big block of mountain out there. It's just, and these icebergs were huge. These were bloody huge. These were just off the coast. They're probably so big they actually might be grounded, hitting the ocean floor, so they're actually not moving anywhere. Yeah, that looks like a tunnel, doesn't it? I like that one. More Fraser Island. More of these big icebergs, bloody big flat icebergs. They could even be snowbergs, sorry, because we didn't. There's no way to tell unless you go touching them. But the ship can't get that close, so the way they're just so cube in shape almost. It's just incredible. Well, that one's snow because you can see the block about to fall apart. I kept this shot in just to show sometimes how with the weather and all the wind and the bit of water getting around, see how the water just gets frozen. Yeah, not to be confused with that one, Kit Carnes, that's right. So the water just gets frozen. Oh, did it? What's my OBS saying? I haven't dropped any packets. Yeah, sorry, Kit, because I can't drop it down from 720. Yeah, it's not OBS's fault. So it's either my net or yours, mate. I'm sorry. I can't drop it under 720. Well, I don't want to. Sorry, dare I say I could, but I don't want to. Otherwise, because I want to try and keep it at HD. Keep it at HD for as much as I can. Yes. How apt today for the topic of apt. So, yeah, I just want to keep. I thought it was really cool. You know, just water just freezes in the wind on the chain link here around the edge of the heli deck. It's just crazy. Oh, there's a photo on the board of the ship I should have taken that of this phenomenon, but all across the front of the boat, all around the front of it, and that looks spectacular. So, but I keep forgetting to take that picture actually, and I've no way of getting it. Oh well. Oh yeah, back past this iceberg that has the big tunnel in the front of it. Do you mind if I guys eat some popcorn? Cobb's, not a sponsor. Do they break ice off the boat for weight reduction? Oh, ice doesn't stick on it that much, Jack, so it's not that much weight it adds to the boat. And, are you sharing? Yeah, come get it, Bryce. And, yeah, so it's not that much weight, Jack, that they really worry about it. I think it's only the big bits, and it's all just the stuff they ram, really, so. I just took a lot of it out here, because, you know. Oh, I took this shot, because I don't know what a paddywhack vent is, but I thought it was funny that it was called paddywhack. 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 I have no idea what a paddywhack vent is. I just thought it was funny. This was a big bastard iceberg again. So much of these bloody things out there. Don't worry, I don't have heaps of photos of these. I reined myself in from last time where I took about 800 bloody photos of snowbergs. And Nick Wack. Oh, that might be why I found it funny. Thanks for that, you guys. Nick Wack, paddywhack. Eek buggers. And we're back. So this time, I'm on the very top boat. Oh, confused, you're on it already. Confused with the ideas. Look at this, you're an ideas woman, aren't you? So, alright, so back at Casey now. So this shot is from the top deck of the boat. It's called the monkey deck. Don't ask me why. There's no monkeys there. But it's the very top deck of the boat. And normally we're not allowed up here because there's a lot of science going on, but the two scientists who were running this project were running tours, so I used an excuse to get up there to actually, you know, see their project and get a good shot because, you know, it's the best shot of the boat, I would say. Well, look at this. It's a beautiful day. This was a cracking day. You know, it's still sunny, but you do have to be careful out in the sun down there because even though it can feel deceptively warm, it's also you can get sunburnt because there's less ozone, because that's part of the projects they will look at. It's the ozone hole which is down here, so it's less ozone, and you can get sunburnt if you're not careful. So it may feel cold, but it's also, you actually still got plenty of UV flying around. So yeah, this is all stuff from the top of the boat there, and it's a strong ligament in the midline of the deck. Can you see what the context is for a boat, Red Barrel? While you're there, if you're in the researching mood, mate. Wouldn't survive from the sunburn, Angie. Oh, well, they do give you SPF 50 plus sunscreen down there. They give you the good stuff down there. You'd be right. You can't access it because of science. Yeah, pretty much dry shot. You know, there's science happening up here, so you're not allowed to touch it. That's one of the satellite transceivers that we used for calls and how we got emails on off the boat. So there's no internet, public internet access for those of us who went down with the Antarctic division. We get emails, but there's no public internet because I'm told the internet connection actually that it's providing is 256k up and down. So yeah, you can't get much through that. I just love taking a shot of that sign. It's a beautiful sign. Oh, do you, kid? No, I didn't. I actually got sunburnt. Ironically, I got sunburnt when we went down. I got sunburnt. Where's my bloody scene? No, I got sunburnt when we went down the Derwent River. Still in Australia. That's how clever I am. But I didn't get sunburned in Antarctica, so yeah, I was better to get sunburned in Australia than actually out of it. So there you go. So, so yeah, side of the boat. I just took some shots. That is a LiDAR, so it's shooting light and it's measuring it and stuff, all that sort of fancy stuff. Slapped myself and I was like, that's right, Bryce. I should slap myself with some LiDAR. Good call, mate. Oh, cheese! I got slapped with cheese. That command I actually experimented with because it's actually got some randomized lines in it that I've created. So whenever you do the command, it has it selects a random line in it on purpose. So it's not all logic there, Bryce. Sorry, I was experimenting with the command just to see how clever I can learn off Nightbot's logic. Syntax. Anyway, so that's a lidar. That's a camera. It's all looking at the water, shooting lights up in the clouds to measure all this sort of stuff. Lots of ice, little bits of ice floating around. The little boats in the water that were doing refueling actually have to clear that ice out. That'll call Piccolo. Yeah. Piccolo comes in. Did someone say cheese? So this was a lovely day. Absolutely stunning day. I just took this shot down from the top because, you know, I just like this sort of fancy artsy fartsy stuff. It looked quite nice. Oh, because this was near the end of resupply, so all this green deck here, that opens up to more the cargo hold, but that was all containers on top of that before, stacked about 2 or 3 high of shipping containers. So they've cleared all that out to give to Casey Station. We've triggered her. So yeah, more. That's the lifeboat, which we didn't have to use, thankfully. Cheese from no, I don't want cheese. More Wilkins, more air. That's from the pointing back of the boat. The crane, that's a 7-ton crane. So she likes a lot of photos, then confused. Is that what you're saying? It's like, she's wet. What are you up to? 300, yep. 7-ton crane, that is? Why did I take so many photos back here? It's just amazing when I was just there just going nuts. And I've actually cut these down, mind you. I cut a lot of these. Did I spot a Viapardo? Hello Viapardo, how are you, mate? Good to see you in, thanks for popping in. Just showing what I did in Antarctica. I will put all this on YouTube later, guys, if those of you need to pop out or whatever, people pop in later, just so you can fast forward through your heart's content later, if you show desire. That big box is full of a hose reel for refueling, so they need to obviously put the fuel through a hose somewhere. I just thought the AA2's now in the water. It's like, yeah, she's in the water, photo. Oh, that was my cabin. That's my cabin. Yeah, living the high life in the cabin. Hey, guys in a boat. Trying to keep the ice away from the fuel lines, because if ice hits the fuel line, there are many accidents happen. Lots of Skyrim. I've never played Skyrim. That's a dummy. They use that to mark something. I'm not quite sure why. The blue Hagland. More Haglins. More utility Hagland. Green Hagland. Oh, this thing, yeah, there's just so much stuff here, guys. Another shot of this sign. What day was this? This would have been, was this Christmas Day? I think it was. Yep. So I spent a full day at Casey Station on Christmas Day. So when you guys having your Christmas days here on the 25th, I was walking around Casey Station just because. So we didn't have Christmas per se actually on Oh, sorry, Viaparta. Yeah, yeah. Again, hopefully, you know, as as people hoping, if I get affiliate one day, hopefully then we can give you the people options to change the video coding as they see fit. Because yeah, I just don't wish to drop the video coding any further. Otherwise it'll look really crap for a lot of you guys. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, when you lock an airlock, there is a proper name for it. Sorry, but airlock's pretty close to it because yeah, it does feel like that. It's a big ass door. Just watching. Oh, so you're listening to me, Blue Moose. All right, I'll try and be as descriptive and articulate as I can for you, mate. In Rod we trust. Yes, we do echo, because if that rod doesn't work, you're not going to open that door, and which means could be a bad thing if you're trying to get inside. So I just took a picture of this because this is just a water puddle and it's frozen. You know, imagine like that. If you saw a water puddle on the ground that you normally just wouldn't care about, and all of a sudden, the whole concept of what you just know of being a water puddle has changed. That it's now just frozen. That's what I saw about. Just things you see day to day are now just very different down in Antarctica. That just a puddle of water on the ground is actually just now a frozen ice. You know, cracks. Radio description of photos. Oh, confused. Yes, we know. But yeah, but the internet down there is actually is not bad because they can actually watch a video stream. Be it like they'll watch the Olympics and stuff last time, and some football and some sports games sometimes. If no one else uses the internet, so that means they can organise at night. At some time we're all going to sit down in the bar or somewhere and watch a sports event or something like that. So that's if they can do that much in HD as well, that's pretty good effort. Alright, so this is some shots I took on top of, it's called Reefs Hill. So it's a hill just near the station. It's a really high amount of collection of rocks, native rock. And yeah, it was the highest place that you can get to all around. So I just took some shots from up here. I like this formation here, just looks like a ship or something, doesn't it? It just looks like, it's like the ship from Farscape or something. It looks really funky. I really like that shape. The way the snow just almost looks like it's going to fall off here. Yeah, in the background, the IRBs just floating around there. IRB, sorry if you do, those who don't know, stands for inflatable rigid boat. So it's an inflatable, edging, and the base of the boat is solid, so the guys can stand in it. So that's what they use to get around and transport people and do work in the water. So these guys are in here because they're keeping ice away from. There's a fuel hose running in the water between the boat and up into the fuel farm, all the way up in there. So that's what they're doing in there. But I'm just doing whatever with a bloke, a Canadian fellow actually, who I met because he wanted to go see what I'm going to show you some pictures of, a penguin rookery. So where the penguins hang out. So he and I went together because it's safer to go in pairs, just in case. So he's a bloke from Canada. He's a pilot as well. So we picked up 3 Canadians from Casey Station here. Because the Australian government engages a company that in Canada to do some flying around in Antarctica. So these Canadian guys, this guy I was with called Travis, yeah, we went up here and we went to check the penguins. This was after lunch as well, so we didn't have a Christmas lunch because I said we're still working, it's not technically having lunch, so we're Christmas lunch, so I got to have lunch at Casey Station. That was really cool. So yeah, this is just humongous. It's, really good spot up here. Hey, that's the rookery we're still on Reefs Hill, so that's the rookery that I'm about to show you photos closer to. Yeah, just the station down here in the middle, just Antarctica as far as you can go. Yeah, just native land everywhere. I was hoping this part would fall off, but it didn't. Just like, come on, do something cool. No, that's pretty silly. It's all really cool, but I was just hoping something funny would go. When do I go back, Blue Moose? Hopefully I will get to go back at the end of this year, so it might be end of October, anywhere between end of October to January, because that's when the ship goes back to and fro. Throw rocket. Oh, that's actually a brilliant idea, Bryce. I didn't think of that. Yeah, didn't think of actually to throw rocket it. Who would have thought? The simplest solution is the one that evades you the most. Hey. So yeah, Blues. It could be the end of October, or it could be anywhere up until January. I looked it up. If it is October, it might mean I miss PAX because that's when Voyage 1 is leaving Hobart. So I quietly hope not. Pack an acorn. Yeah, I should call Scrat. Scrat, where were you, mate? Needed you, buddy, to break this big ice shelf off and just make it crash in the water, make a big splash. because that's what we are. We're big children. We like to watch things splash in the water. Oh, I took this shot because that's the blue hagland. I don't have a zoom, so again, so that's the blue hagland that's coming back to station. Because I was carrying a radio with me. I was carrying a VHF radio on me, so I got over here that the blue hagland was calling into station that it was coming back and stuff like that. I know, Angie. I could only. Well, pretty good. I could zoom in this far without actually still making it look like a hagland, actually. So enhance. Yeah, we need Star Trek level enhancement here. But yeah, I don't have the right zoom. Sorry. So I don't see it between those two shots. Whoops. See the blue hagland moving? No? Yes? No? Sorry. Yeah, more shots from up here. I'll just take each. So this is a shot back on the station. Another memorial cross here on the bottom left. So that's pretty much the entirety of Casey Station right there, the main station. So you know, lots of storage down here. The yellow operations buildings up there. Blue's the powerhouses. Green is green stores, and red the red shed. The main part. Yeah, there's lots of rock. Like how it's colour one. Yeah, they do that on it. Hey, Greg, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. How you doing, my friend? Keeping chill, mate? I was lurking your streams the other day, mate. Sorry I couldn't really pop in because I was having to go somewhere else. So you're now doing pretty well, thanks, mate. It's been a good weekend. So yeah, and I've been promising a lot of people this stream, so that's why I'm getting it out there. So yeah, I like what you've done with your stream, mate. You're good with the graphics, aren't you, and stuff. So no, you're good. Yeah, if anyone's, yeah, Vayvictus. If anyone, people, I used to work with Vayvictus at the good old days at Internode. So yeah, I do know Vayvictus personally. So no, he's a good fella. He does stream himself some very cool zombie and medieval type games. So if you like that sort of stuff and like some pretty graphics, by all means go pop over and see Vayvictus. He's a good fella. He's a good mate. Well, I didn't even realise, mate, when I ran into you randomly at the Twitch Adelaide meetup. That was so funny that I saw you there. It's like, oh, hello, mate. So yeah, Reefs Hill. Welcome back at the station. More station. Peoples. These are some of the guys I went ashore with. You know, I don't know what this was. Yeah, I have no idea why this number's here. I just took a photo of it to like SS7057. No clue in the world. I forgot to ask everyone what it was as well. So yeah, it would just be a forever mystery number to me. Okay, now we're at the Penguin Rookery. I have some video of this too, actually. Hopefully it turns out alright. See, the penguins all just. This is all the penguins. So a rookery, for those who don't know, is basically nesting grounds. So they're all standing around, sitting on eggs, huddling together. So they're all huddling in their little bunches, wandering around. Which, I think I've got a few of these. Yep, I do. Good. So yeah, see? They all just stand around. Yeah, lots of pengoos. And they wander, yeah. They're really funny. Travis and I just sat here for ages watching these guys. They're just funny as. The Adelie. These are Adelie penguins, pardon me, as well, for those who aren't aware, because there are obviously different kinds. Yeah, these are Adelie penguins. They're, I think, one of the more common ones in Antarctica. They're about as tall as your knee, so they're bigger than they appear. So they're much bigger than maybe your fairy penguins, if you've seen those before. So these are quite big. They're quite strong as well, I'm told, for their size. Yeah, I managed to try and capture some of them swimming. They do they leap like this. Do. Rapid firing. Whoops. Loading screen. How dare you? Yeah, I think we get the point now. So that was looking back towards the rookery, because that whole area is called Shirley Island. Because Shirley Island is actually because that's actually an island. Excuse me, where all these penguins are. It's normally during the winter they can actually walk. People can walk up to this rookery. But me and Travis couldn't do that because obviously that's just water you see there. All the ice is gone now because it's approaching the summer period. But during winter you can walk straight up to it. But we weren't allowed to do that because there's nothing there to walk to. We could have walked around the other way, but they said no, you can't do that. So anyway, that was Shirley Island. Back towards the station. you know, we're trudging around. This is we got recalled shortly after this, and this is us leaving Casey Station. So now we are about to come home. So we've just spent, you know, nearly 2 weeks at Casey Station. What photo was that? 550. So I just got, because I'm checking the date stamps on the photo so I can tell you the exact dates of when this happened. So on the 28th of December we left. Surely you can't be serious confused. Terrible joke. Surely you can't be serious, and don't call me Shirley. That's a Leslie Nielsen movie, isn't it? So yes, tradition down in Antarctica, when the ship leaves the station, they set off old marine flares. So there's a bunch of guys up there setting off flares and shooting off in the air as well. Took a few because again, don't have a good zoom. There's some photos actually taken from the at Davis Station from the other side. So where the guy's doing the flares on that Absolute Antarctica Facebook page, if anyone wants to have a gander, because the guy who runs that page managed to get to some interesting places. Confused. Airplane, that's the one. That explains why they used that joke in that Call of Duty mission, or Call of Duty 4. Anyway, so yeah, the flares and the boat toots its horn. They set off the flares. We drive away, and then we leave. Yeah, I just took a few shots. Small Wilkes again. Shooting off home because we're already overdue at this point. So we lost 3 days at Casey due to weather. So we're already late, so you could say. And this was Christmas. This was our Christmas dinner. Lunch, so I say. This was Christmas lunch. I took these shots on my phone and I added them into the rotation today so you guys could see what did we actually have for lunch. So this was actually on... what date was it? 29th. So on the 29th of December, on the Saturday, this is when we had our lunch. Hey Shaddy, mate, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. So it's crayfish, Shaddy. It's crayfish. Steamed crayfish, I believe. See, a whole half crayfish right there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Prawns. Salmon. So this is all seafood. Lots of seafood. We had the roasts up here. And then we've got more. The desserts. We've got Christmas cake. Got pavlova, trifle, and pudding. Oh, well, it's so much food. You say that, and it was a lot of food, but it was because we're trying to feed obviously all of us and the crew. So it's about 70 people trying to feed all up at this point. So it goes pretty far, and it means we got roast sandwiches for toasted sandwiches later because of course everyone was pretty full after all the lovely meats in these trays up here, which was beef, lamb, and ham. I believe it was. It was so good, so good. And they allowed everyone to drink alcohol that day too, so that made things really interesting for some. Merry Christmas from all of us at Taz Shipping. So yeah, it was a good day. Very, very yummy. Very, very yummy. I had about 3 helpings, and then about 1 or 2 desserts. So and I'm lucky when I came back, I was 1 kilo lighter. So I was pretty good. I was pretty good with my weight this time. So this was still just before we hit the ice pack. Still see some land of Antarctica there. So we're walking back past that island. We're Australis again. See some penguins on the way out. Penguins. And this is us now trying to leave the ice pack. So the ice pack is an area of ice surrounding Antarctica, which is a big ring of it, and it's basically ice that's broken off from the mainland, and boats pretty much have to traverse through it in order to get to the mainland. So it's obviously thinner in other places, it's non-existent in others. It all changes with the weather. So that's why icebreaker can get through it quite easily because it's safer to do so. If it's looking more like a tourist vessel or something like a yacht or something, they're gonna have a hard time with it. So we got stuck in this for 3 days because it was really dense and really packed, and we just could not move. This is part of the ship trying to push through that. That's what it looked like. There's a better so yeah. So that looks like land, doesn't it? That's the ocean. Yeah, we got stuck in that for 3 days. 3 days. That was a boring 3 days, I tell you. If it wasn't for movies and some video games on my laptop and the car game 500, I'd probably be bored out of my mind. Yeah, there's only so much you can do with yourself on a boat for 3 days when you're trying to just get home. Of course, everyone's just wondering, when are we going to get home? When are we going to get home? Because we're already late at this point. Because we're meant to be back in Hobart on December 30th. But yeah, we were already, it was already the New Year by this point, so. Some of that place. Yeah, Shadim, I learned how to play 500 on this. I've never met anyone else on the mainland who knew, much less knew how to play the game 500. So no, you know how to play it. That's great. We just need 2 more. So yeah, the Aurora was making a little bit of headway through this ice pack, through this gigantic compact ice. You know, it's yeah. Hello. Oh, are we back? Oh, hi. Sorry, I think OBS. I don't think there's OBS there. OBS locked up. Not sure why. I'm not running anything near advanced in this OBS as, you know, say something like your Barjos or something like that. So then again, haven't updated it in over a year too. So anyway, shall we continue? Sorry for that brief interruption, everybody. Celebratory popcorn. Alright. I like Twitch sending me, your stream summary is ready. I was like, I'm not done yet. So yes, Ice Pack. We were stuck. Boring. Playing 500. Good card game. If you don't know how to play it, it is a lovely game. It's a very complicated game. Yeah, an old gentleman's card game. Very old game. But yeah, this was, yeah, a lot of ice. This is just how it looked for 3 days. Bloody OBS, mate. Bloody OBS, mate. Where's that scene? Why do I tie shortcuts to all my scenes and don't remember them? That's a brilliant idea. Anyway, it don't matter. Oh, it's actually upset some of my commands. That is intriguing. Yeah, I might have to. It's some of the shortcuts have now buggered up. Anywho. Oh, thanks for rehost, El New. That's appreciated. Woo! It is just that front scene with why the alert is so fucking huge. Yeah, I need to update OBS. I didn't do that because I didn't want to risk losing the scenes that I'd made, you know, and I wanted to just get this out for you guys. Because after I got this stream out, I need to talk to Wirral because we're going to potentially do a multi-stream of Star Trek Bridge Crew. So yeah, I wanted to get this stream out the way because I promised it to people, and then get into conversations with her about doing a multi-stream because she's got some friends in the Star Trek VR space, and the 4 of us together because she's got 2 friends and needed a 4th, so we might do a multi-stream of Star Trek Bridge Crew, herself and someone else in VR, me and someone else on mouse and keyboard. Might be a fun time. So she's been trying to get you to play that, Angie. Well, I need to poke her after this because I'll play it with her. I'll bloody play it with her. Hear that, Will? I'm gonna play it with you. Alright. And we've got some pretty parts of the scene. Pretty parts of Antarctica. So this is the parts we're actually making headway. So it was very pretty. It was a very clear day, a beautiful day. So yeah. It's really lovely. Seals! More seals! Hello, fella. Oh, this shot's cool. I really like this because the water's clear and just clear enough you can see the bottom of this little iceberg under here. I didn't realise my ISO is actually open too much. That's too white. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm not a professional photographer by any means, but I do try and make sure the shots look nice from the little I know of how to use a DSLR. So I like some of these shapes. Look at that, how smooth it is. It looks like it's so smooth. You just want to slap it, don't you? It's great. It looks lovely. You just want to pat it. Snow. What was here? Seal! Another seal fella. Lovely seals they are. We won't critique you. I'll take criticism, feedback. Looks like a bud. It does look like a bud. Lots of ice. That's a petrel. It's a bird. Big bird. Down in Antarctica. Antarctic birds. It's only one of the only birds I got to see. I saw this. That's a big flat bit of ice. And one lonely penguin. One lonely pengu. Pengy. I don't know why this Pengy was down by himself. I'm not sure I was by himself. What was the matter, Pengy? Why are you alone? You just look really funny out of place. Poor little fella. All by himself. Yep. Lots of ice, lots of icebergs. This is the part we're actually making headway. Then these three dudes were near us as well. Like running away. Oh shit, this big red thing's coming after us. Yeah, we were on the top deck just outside the bridge watching this because it was a sunny day, so you could actually stand outside and wasn't feeling overly cold. I was just pretty much wearing wearing this and a windproof jacket over top of it, and you could stand outside. That's how nice it was that day. Another seal. He saw us. He saw us. Oh yeah, I got this. So I got these guys. I got a shot of 4 seals in one shot. I was pretty proud of myself. So what do I have to show you? Okay, I don't get much closer than this. So see him? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 of them. 2 of them were chasing each other. The other 2 were sort of just like chilling out. Oh, ice for freshness. That was the mark the boat left on the side of this iceberg. This ice flows. You ran through it. That looks like someone weed on it. And see, that looks like the ground, doesn't it? But it's the ocean. It's just amazing how dense it got packed. How dense it becomes, and it just looks like you're gonna. Or it just looks like, well, we're bloody stuck in it. It looks pretty. Then you're like, okay, well, I'm done now. I want to go home. Somebody, why do we just stick? Why can't we just get out and push? Again, clear enough. You can see the bottom of some of these ice flows. It's lovely. That looks like a parking lot or something, doesn't it? A garage. Some tunnels. Which tunnel shall we take? It looks like an RPG. Which tunnel shall we go down? That was a gigantic piece of ice, that was. Some of these things are bloody huge. I tell you. Is the ship trying to push through that ice? Okay. And last few photos, guys. So this time on this trip, I got to go through the engine room of the AA. I won't be too many. There's not too photos on this, and I don't remember a lot of the bits I took photos of because it was a rather quick tour. We had headphones, we had earphones on because it was quite noisy being in the engine room. As you know, as Steph asked before, is it loud on the boat? Not normally. If you're in the engine room, yeah, it is loud because you're right next to the 2 engines, so it gets pretty bloody loud. But one of the strangest things in the engine room is this. It seems to be something that was painted on one of the just on the wall in the engine room. Not sure why, though. Andrew's hymn. The crank throws give the double bass, the feed pump sobs and heaves. And now the main eccentrics start their quarrel on the sleeves. Her time, her own appointed time, the rocking link head bides. Till, hear that note? The rods return. Wind is glimmering through the guides. They're all away. True beat, full power. The clanging chorus goes, clear to the tunnel where they sit, my Perrin dynamos. I don't have a clue what any of that means. Not a clue in the world. But it's been there for as long as apparently any of the crew remember. So yeah. So this is the inside sewage plant. That's important because when you go to the toilet, we need to go somewhere. That's important. This is a very important piece of equipment. So yeah, this is, I don't know, I can't remember what a lot of this is. That might be some of the vacuum pump system for the toilets. I'm sorry. I do remember what these are. These are the main engines of the ship. So the big one here, that's a V16 engine, and that's a V12 engine for those who are interested. and it's just so freaking huge because it's a big boat. So there's 2 engines, and they can use one or the other or both to push her along. Where does the waste go? They keep it on board, Bryce, until they empty it back at shore. They can't throw it. They can't shoot it out overboard, as far as I understand it. You have to keep everything on board. So yeah, look, got between the engines. Well, not between them. Got right next to them. This is one of the drive shafts. So that's actually from the engine all the way out the back of the boat, and that's how it drives the props. The guy said at this point we're 8 meters underwater, so we're in the bottom deck of the ship, and yeah, we're 8 meters underwater to be at this close to the boat, and sorry, at this point in the boat. So that, yeah, that's a drive shaft. It's huge, and that's the back of the boat. That's driving one of the thrusters, I believe, controls the thruster assembly. That is the rudder. So this is the bit that actually controls the rudder to make the ship turn. They can control it from down here if they wanted to, but it's just all driven by hydraulics by people up on the bridge. So that is the actual driving the real rudder. And that's the photos. Would you like to see some video? Ah, my video crashed. That's what happened to OBS. Some graphics got really upset. That's what happened. Because I'm not using VLC to play the videos. I am using a piece of software called Pop Player. For those who aren't aware of it, it's a great little piece of video. Sorry for the black. Sorry. Let's just let's go there for a moment. So that's the photos, guys. Hope they look cool. Hope you like them. Let's show you some of these. No, I'm not going to update my video player now. Alrighty. Do you want to see some videos of some dolphins? I might put my headphones back on this so I can hear what you're hearing. And I might pause the music now. They're just fast. That was interesting. Yeah. Didn't even have time to swing around. So here are these other watercraft operators hanging out with, shooting the breeze with. So this was leaving out the Derwent River. This is down the far end of the Derwent. If Steph's still around, she may know this or not, but... So yeah, these are apparently common dolphins, and they were just swimming along with us for a while.
That's awesome. Didn't see any last time. That's great. What type are they? Bottlenose? Is that the idea? What type of dolphins? Common. Oh, okay.
See, Bryce, I was corrected too. I thought they were bottlenose too. If you heard me, that's me talking. But yeah, one of the watercraft operators, he's from Tasmania, and yeah, he's just, yeah, that's the common dolphin. So there you go.
There's a few out there. They're spread across quite a way there.
Oh really? Yeah, apparently so, mate. All good to be know things. Oh, don't worry, mate. I don't know either. It's not like we're going to go ask one. Hey. Well, let's go full screen. There we go. I could have kept filming for ages with this, but...
Just makes you wonder what's it like to be a dolphin. Well, I'm just going to start jumping around. This is also, I'm capturing all of it. Great.
Actually, after this tour of the dolphins, I actually saw some bioluminescence, but I couldn't get any photos or video of it, sorry, because I didn't know how to make it show up on camera. So I'm sorry about that. That bioluminescence is one of the most incredible phenomena I've ever seen in real life. It is awesome. It was coming off the bow wave of the boat, and all that lovely, beautiful green, but I couldn't get it on camera. I'm just crap. Next video. Oh, this was the bioluminescence that I didn't get. I don't know why I kept that video in there. Next video. Alright. If that's a bit loud, sorry, I will turn it down. So this is while we're at Casey Station. So this is when we got called back to the boat. The day I got to spend half a day at shore. So this is the jet barge that all the cargo gets delivered on. So myself and a bunch of others got to ride back to the boat on this. I liked it because this is cool. Boat rides. Oh, that's Nadia, the one in the orange suit to the left there. She's one of the watercraft operators. She's good. She's good. She's a good bloke. She's awesome. So she's wearing. So if you notice, the boat people like Nadia there, she's wearing an orange suit, whilst those of us I was saying we're wearing the banana suits. So the difference being, watercraft operators are wearing an orange suit, which is called a Mustang suit, which is a special type of boat, a separate type of suit, which is buoyant, and yeah, really designed for watercraft operators. So yeah, we had a crash. I had a crash earlier, sorry, so it's not been up for 14. It's probably been up for a bit over an hour now. So including my crash. How are you, Wirral? We were talking about you before. Did I get seasick, Jack? I did actually, mate. I did get seasick. I didn't go vommy though. I managed to control it with some good pills and lying down. And then, who needs handrails? There's actually a rope there, Bryce. I don't know if I got it on camera. There's a rope tied across the deck of the boat. You see where everyone's hand... Oh, hang on. So, if we pause it right about there. So, you see down here, everyone's got their hand on something. See, there's a rope here. So, everyone's hiding... so, everyone's hanging on. That's the handrail. Oh, sorry, Wirral. I'll post it all up on YouTube later if... I'll post it all up on YouTube once I've tried and figure out how to meld, you know, the first part of the stream until the crash and then this one together. So hopefully we can just pull it up as one big video. And then we can talk about Bridge Crew. So so now that's this. But no, it's a pretty safe, this is a pretty flat ride on this jet barge. And it was shortly after this video that my phone crashed because it got too cold. Just use super glue. Well, the weather's not picking up there, Bryce, so that's why the water is relatively calm, which is why the barge, because the barge is a flat bottom boat. So the barge can only operate in really flat water. And the barge can carry up to 40 tons, so it has to be that kind of... That's Nadia taking photos there. Bloody Nadia. My phone froze. It did confuse. The phone, it happens, but because I was holding this shot, I was holding the phone in my hand like this, you know, in the palm of my hand and facing outwards. So the wind hitting that, the phone got so cold, the battery got too cold, so the chemical reaction in the battery stopped and the phone crashed. So that was fun. I couldn't fix it until I got back at an internet range back in Hobart. So this is Penguins. This is penguins up at Shirley Island. Sorry, again, this was digital zooming in on a phone, so I didn't have a proper video camera. All this shot was shot on my phone, and my trusty HTC. So, well, trusty until it got cold, that is. So yeah, try to get some shots of, you know, penguins swimming through the water here.
So I'm just going for a video since
Oh yeah, and I caught a cold at this point by, I think the German guy was on the boat and he apparently brought a cold on board, so my nose was running like a buggery, which is probably not the best thing when you're outside. Which is why my voice sounds a bit low in the video because I was I forgot I said that. They run like they're drunk. Did my boogers freeze? Oh, maybe when they hit the ground, Noog. Oh, I didn't let him get that. Didn't want to find out where. I was trying just to suck it all back in because I didn't have any tissues.
They're just playing around in the water.
Can you see that? Sorry, they're all in here. This area here.
I'm not sure how long they can hold their breath for.
And here the German mate Travis there next to me. Canadian, excuse me. German was the guy that gave me the cold. Canadian guy Travis was the guy I was hanging out with.
You see that every now and again from the other side. They'll hop up where the wharf is and they'll walk this way.
Oh, there they are here.
Oh, they're coming close.
But yeah, unfortunately they couldn't come up this area here. That was about a meter or so between this ice and the water down there, so we couldn't. So unfortunately, no, there's no penguins going to come have close encounter with. I don't have that. Sorry. You can hear them though.
There he is. And he's gone again. Well, somebody's been out there to put that flag out there.
God, my voice really sounded off that day, didn't it?
Before the ice started to melt too much.
Sounded really sick, actually, more than I thought I did. I heard a few newts. I should turn it up some more. We're at 69% volume now, everyone. I hope that should be the best volume. No other volume required. And this was us trying to leave. So the pictures we took were very pretty, but this is them trying to get through this shit.
Yeah.
I didn't pay money, Kit Carnage. I got paid to do this. So how does that work? Should I ask for more money? Nah. I've already bought a new car with it, so it's fine.
Ready for the wash.
Oh, so what was actually happening here? I believe the boat was actually reversing to get a run up on something, and then just let her rip with the prop at full power.
Squash penguin was there. Or seal.
Ice is so blue. Yeah, that's frozen seawater, I believe it is. Confused. I believe when you see them with that real blue ice, that's actually more salt water is actually freezing more than the fresh water, which is what snow traditionally is. Yep. See? Boom! It's a slushy. Yeah, we could almost eat it. You can eat the snow. We did last time. Yeah, ramming. That's right, Bryce. It was ramming speed. But this is where they're trying to get us out. They were just ramming it. Oh, who's that? Oh, Wirral. Did you do something? Oh, Wirral. 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 Thank you, mate. You're very lovely. Thank you very much. I was contemplating that earlier. I just threw that goal up there or something because I don't have anything out for dinner. So after all this stream's done and dusted, so that's very nice of you, Wirral. Thank you so much. It was not you. That was unnecessary, but you're a very lovely person, and I would wish to talk to you later about who we're doing Star Trek Bridge Crew. But thank you so much, Wirral. Thank you so much. It's very lovely of you. And that's a goal reached, isn't it? That's a goal reached. So now I learn how to make a new one. Let's keep watching the video though. Sorry, while I figure this out. As I watch how to. Oops, that's the wrong bot. Wirral is the best. She's very lovely. I hope all of you got to meet her at the Boogaloo. For those who came to the Boogaloo in Melbourne, I got to meet her in person for the first time. She's as lovely as I thought she would be, and her partner. Very lovely people, Duck. Lovely people. Didn't you, Nuke? You were there. I hunted you down at the Boogaloo, mate. I had to hunt you down, my son, because of the goodness you've shown me by asking me to become one of Barger's moderators. I was going to hunt you down, mate, one or the other that night. Technically second time. Oh, are you talking about Hybrid World, Wirral? Because I guess you're technically right then, aren't you? You were the nicest person at Hybrid World. Oh, really? Oh, thank you so much. I was just loving it, mate. That was a great time. You know, because having a chat with Rad as well. Because Rad was sitting in the audience with us as Barger was doing his stream at Hybrid World. That was great. I loved that Hybrid World. Obviously, Barger couldn't do as much at the Hybrid World in 2018 there because of just of how it all happened, but no, the one in 2017 was absolutely fantastic. I loved that one down at Tonsley. That was great. You were technically correct. Alright, and this is back in Hobart and Derwent River. This is all fish. So I'm trying to hear Ian and. So these are fish being chased by other fish.
Salmon chased by kingfish.
So salmon are being chased by kingfish. I'm sorry, listening to the audio because I'm trying to remember what Ian and Peter, the two watercraft operators on either side of me in this video, were telling me. It's always good listening to the audio of their own videos so you can so I sound educated when I'm trying to tell other people. And I think that's all the videos. No, it's not. I got one more video for you. How would you guys like to see a close... Hang on. Would you guys like to see a video of a close encounter with a penguin? Now, this isn't my video, but I haven't been given permission to use it. Mr. Twitch, before you jump on me, I've been given permission to use this video. So I'm going to play it for you right now. Oh, oh god. Once actually I can open it with what I want. Oh no, I don't want to do program updates. No, I'm sorry. Here we go, right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I give you penguin close encounters of the first kind. This little guy apparently jumped up on the IRB here. So you see, get an idea how big he is. You see, if you're familiar with how big a boat like this is, and you see how big he is. He's Sean, the guy in the background, is like you're talking to the penguin. All right, mate, just calm down. No need to get your arms in a flap. Penguin wants to be a science. Yes, he does. See, look. I love how they walk. It's so funny. It's so comical.
Imagine they could turn their head round like that.
Look at him. Doot, 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 doot. Bye.
That was cool.
That was Sean and Nadia in that IRB, and they're funny, those two together. They really are. Oh, let's come back to me, shall we? So what time are we at? That's about an hour 45 minutes. That's better than 3 hours than the last time I did our Antarctica stream. I must be getting good at this. I'm not sure if I have any really other... I do have another video for you, actually, if you are curious. This is of a fish at Casey's station. Whoa. Angie! Thank you so much, Angie! I've lost my shortcut for my bigger face that I made. Oh shit. Thanks, Angie! Where's my videos? Oh cock. Oh no. There it is. No, that's not right. So this is this... Look! Fishy! Hee. Yeah. The fish didn't like the camera being in its space. Are you food? Yeah, pretty much. I need to watch these guys. Watch these guys. Let's cut to that one. And I'll see if do I have any other I got. Yeah. Trying for more videos. If I had any more videos, actually. Yeah. Anyway, so any more burning questions, guys? Oops. So I try and dig out if I had any more videos that I... Oh, this guy had some videos, but they're only like 3 seconds long. Ah, pieces! Mate, I posted everywhere I was going live. You're even following me, son. Justin! Get your act together, mate. Sorry, mate. I'll post the YouTube link once I've figured out, because we had a crash some way through how to meld the two VODs together and make one big VOD. So, how about we do this? Do we want? Let's try and do this. No, we can't do that. Okay, Windows, let's do this. Video. Yeah, VOD hype.
That would be kind of nice content.
No, don't be sorry, mate.
Fire going.
We can't be everywhere at once, mate. The important thing is the thought that count. It's like, you know, we all want to try and watch everyone's stream, but of course we've got life stuff to do. This is how life works. Like, I couldn't be... Some people was like... What was it, Thursday night? Because Thursday night I was in Perth for work on Friday, so I didn't watch any streams on Thursday night, because by the time I was in the hotel and settled down, because of course the 3-hour time difference, because that was even the Hex and Goose stream, the 3-hour time difference, the stream was already over by the time I got on. So I was like, oh, alright then. Forgot about the time difference. What else is there? I'm not sure if we... Ooh, wonder if... Oh, Phoebe, these videos are shit. It's pardon the language, but I was trying to using this guy's videos, and they're just... I do have permission to use, Mr. Twitch, and they're... Oh, confused. So this video is basically of they're pushing this big floe of ice with that penguin on it. A bit more prepared for the cold.
They are imperceptibly.
Oh, sorry, Will, did you feel? Your second, did you feel more confident? Had you had more like an idea of what the hell's going on? Yeah, Will. Yeah, absolutely. You're very right there. I did have a better idea. So they're pushing this ice to get it. So the barge, IRBs. So do you have a better idea? Yes, I did, Wirral. Thank you. So I knew what not to pack, because I was given a lot of stuff by the Antarctic Division to wear, like this flourish shirt you see before you. So I didn't pack as much, because otherwise you're just overpacking and it's just silly. I knew what seasick tablets to take, because I got seasick last time, and I did just the time I went down before, so I wore the... so I had the correct pills to make sure I felt nice and good, which is Avamine and Phenergan, which some people may know are antihistamines, and side effects of those can be drowsiness, but I didn't get drowsy, and they worked for me, because some people may say, well, you know, the pharmaceutical conglomerate, you know, forcing you stuff, but no, the tablets work. Trust me, if you guys need to go on boats that will get seasick, don't go ginger, go the Avamine and Phenergan. That's the good stuff. Will I go again? Yes, I will, Wirral. I do intend to go again. I've already signed up for next year, or this year. So, which is via, you know, these guys over here. I think their jobs might be actually closed for this season now, sorry, but you can... Ginger doesn't shit. Yeah, you're right, pieces. They gave me that when I went in Queensland in the Whit Sundays, and they're like, oh, if you're not sure, or you think you might have a bit of funny feeling, have this ginger. And it's like, what is... Now I know from talking to experts, like, this ginger's shit. Ginger is so crap. I might as well have taken anything but ginger. It would have probably done me some better good. What else did anyone else give me some videos? Because on the boat we have a sharing facility where you can just drop your videos and pictures onto a file server, and people can just share them around. So pretty much, you know, by default, if you put your videos and photos on that drive, you're pretty much giving that person permission to use them. Who was asking before about the context of that car floating in the air? Was it you, Lenny? Who's this? Oh, somebody's got some cool videos here. How do we do this? Yeah, ginger's great on food confused, but not as a way to fight seasickness. I'll tell you that right now. Let's do this. The dunk truck, yeah. How's this? Apparently this is a minute 20. Let's just jump this on a bit. Let's just jump this on a bit. Yeah, you're not wrong there, pieces. Yeah, it just pretty much help your vomit taste nice and spicy on the way out. Yeah, that's great. That's the bow of the boat, the front naturally. This is us probably trying to leave, I think. No audio in this one, it's not broken. Yeah, so a lot of this sort of backwards and forwards crap, because that's what it was literally what it was like when we were trying to leave, because the boat was trying to find a way through, and it was just running into this. So this is probably a good description of us trying to leave. This is 3 days. 3 days of this. Imagine this happening for 3 days. I haven't been along on a boat long enough to get seasick. What's the longest you've been on a boat confused? You've been like in Queensland or anywhere else? Ramming ice for 3 days? Well, if you've got something to do, pieces, you've got stuff to keep yourself occupied, but as we were saying, you know, watch movies, play video games, we play the card game 500. It gets pretty boring after a while, because, you know, at this point it was already 2019, so so a lot of people are antsy to get home, and some people are probably looking like they're probably having a bit of the old cabin fever going on, because they just they literally nothing else to do except dick around. So they were probably more maddening to those of us who are actually trying to do work still. So, okay, some nice shots of the barge. Action from the barge, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, tourist rise from when I was young. Oh, okay. And that's probably really calm water, though, I think, confused, so you're probably lucky with that, too. Oh, sorry, you don't look at me, you don't look at this. Seasick is awful. Yeah, listen to pieces there, confused. It is not fun. It's not just, think of it, the hard way to describe it to anyone, if you don't want to try it, it's not just the sensation of being sick, it's the sensation of feeling it's almost death. It's just, you feel so groggy, you feel tired, you feel drowsy, you have a headache as well, which probably doesn't help the fact. You feel you just are unable to function at all. It is the most shitty feeling you've ever had. That just from the simple sensation, your body and your mind are telling you two different things. It's just unreal how the body responds, and it's just the most awful feeling. You just want to, as much as I hate to say, you almost feel like you just want to die, because there's just no relief. It is freaking terrible. Yeah, that's right, where he is. Especially the feeling's made worse. The fact you can't get away from it, you're stuck with it. There was one woman. Fun story. There was one woman. Hey, that's Sam. There's one woman that we were bringing back from Casey. She got violently seasick to the point that even lying down was no help. She was regularly filling up sick bags, and she had to have injections of the anti-seasick injections you can get, which are like your last resort type stuff, and it still wasn't helping her much. She was just apparently so bad with her seasickness, but it's not the first time she's been on the boat either. She comes regularly. It's like, holy shit, at what point do you say enough is enough? Like, yeah, it was, like when we hit the open ocean, right, when we got through that ice we saw we were stuck in, we didn't see her for the whole week until we got home. We didn't see her. She was just down and out in her room. Apparently she has a partner, she's dating someone on board, and he was bringing her food and stuff like that to keep her going. But yeah, we didn't see her for a week. Which, like, that's unreal. Like, how do you even want to keep doing this job with the fact you're going on a boat and you were going to get violently seasick every single time? So yeah, that was funny. Well, not funny, but it was also just like, I didn't ever heard anyone has that reaction to absolutely no seasickness medication seems to give her any relief. It was just crazy. Oh, who's this guy? Somebody do you want to see the truck? The floating truck? Who was that? Is that you, Lenny? Who was talking about the truck before? Who wants to see the truck? Commitment, yeah, it is confused, but also the money involved with working down here is actually quite a draw card for a lot of these people as well to put up with it. So, how about who wants to see that truck? I'll do that truck. It's not a video. Can we go full screen? Oop, no, not that. Nope, no, not that. Alright, we're doing this. Okay, so this whole idea of a truck, during the intro of the video, just a bunch of slideshows I had, there's a truck floating at a very peculiar angle in a crane in front of the boat. So that was a whole setup because of, yeah, there was a big Isuzu truck and they needed to get it from Casey Station back to Australia. How does one move a car? So this is all this setup. So, you know, getting a flatbed, you know, people around, getting the barge in. They put the barge against the ground here. Put some sleds up. Everyone's watching it, of course. So that's the truck there that we're bringing on board. They lay these sleds down, hooking them up to the barge. That's obviously the flatbed that the truck will sit on. So they hook them up with using the big caterpillar to get them there, because there's some big fuck off sleds. Yep, get the truck on. Yep. You know, pack a few extra things on the truck too, because you can. No worries, confused. And so yeah, they got her on, and then you're of course trying to get the thing into the boat. All right, ready? Oh shit! See the funny difference between this shot and this shot. See how quickly the barge is there, and now the barge is gone. That's because I was talking to the crew who on the barge who did this lift, and they said, "Oh, we just backed out really quickly because we didn't know if that thing was going to fall in the water." Because apparently they were radioing the crew up here, these guys up here. They'll radio say, "Hey, do you guys want to put the load down and rethink it?" They're like, "Nah, we're right." So they just packed up and stayed away. And they thought that was really bad because the fact it's turning, it's lifting, that it could fall into the ship, so, onto the people, these guys. But they're like, nah, we're right. See, the barges were pissed off all the way out here. Like, should be right, I got the handbrake on. Now, that's right, Will, the handbrake was on, and it was in gear, and it was tied down to this sled, apparently I was told as well. I was talking to the crane driver as well, Wendy, her name is, she was driving this crane. This is the 25-ton crane, I think, and yeah, she was saying, yeah, it was a bit precarious, but yeah, but they did get it on, and no, they took it back home, so no, it didn't fall in the water, but that was quite funny to hear the story about everyone was just sort of shitting themselves, but not worrying about it. What else is there? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, P&O Maritime own the Aurora Australis. Yeah, obviously the other side of P&O Cruises. But yeah, P&O Maritime own the Aurora Australis. So every time, like I've gone down and things like the Australian government is chartering the ship, but the crew are P&O employees and they actually run the boat. So that's how the boat can run. Did Nadia give me good photos? No, she didn't give me any videos. Oh, Nadia. Well, dare I say it, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, that's not the right scene. That's a better scene. That's the most I may have for photos and videos for you today, actually. I'm not sure what else we can do for you, sorry. It's nice, nice, good, short, sharp, shiny. 2 hours is pretty good. Well, thanks for the clapping. Awesome job as usual. Oh, Wirral, it's only my second my presentation stream. I did some test streams last year with Far Cry 5 just to make sure it was all running, but I didn't test this live at all. I was just doing some recordings and making sure the levels for this microphone were right and the positioning and all that sort of stuff. Just, doing a bit of research of how best to use these Blue Yetis and things like that. I'm 2 from 2. Thanks, Will. Well, I just took a quick look like, well, how am I mounting this microphone if I lift it for a sec? I just tilted it sideways. And that way it's still out of the shot for the most part, and everyone seems to be hearing me, so that's really nice of it. So, so thanks for coming, guys. Not sure. Oh, thanks, guys. So, what time is it? It's only 4:20 here. What shall we do? Maybe I should probably take a break, I should say. I've had a cup of water here and I haven't finished it. It's very naughty of me. And then think about what I'm going to do for din-dins. So, how about shall we send, do you mind if you guys will go say hello to someone and I'll take a break and then we will then see if I stream again someday. And maybe not in this shirt because my back's actually really sweaty right now. Some bodily updates for you. Who's around? Anyone got any suggestions for who to just pop over and say good day with for a little raid? Back sweat, yeah, the back sweat. So good. Oh yeah, that's back sweat. Oh, that's not nice. Who am I following? Shark? I'm not following Shark. Why aren't I following Shark? I'm a shit bloke. That's terrible of me. Is it Sharky? Oh, thanks, Pieces. Yeah, I didn't know he streamed until one. You mentioned it the other day. And it's like, Rego Mark streams? Oh shit. And then I now just look at it now. It's like, why aren't I following him? Because I just wish Twitch had a better way to show you all the streams you follow. Because you know that followed channels on the left-hand side of the screen. Mine's just getting really long. That it's getting really hard to manage. I left him to watch this. Oh, sorry, Angie. Oh dear. Oh no! Not grey white shark. As much. Hang on. Wait a minute. Hold. Wait a minute. I'm gonna do this to you. Oh no, he's not. Oh, that's not right. Oh, I thought that was Greg. Now, when people have similar names on Twitch, it's really hard to determine who's who. Because I thought that was my mate Greg streaming at the moment there, but it's the exact same name, but the numbers at the end are different. So I nearly got played there. And why can't I get to this guy's to his stream? There we go. Again, thank you for coming, everyone. Thanks for that lovely 2 hours. Sorry about the issues. Oh, what was that happened there, Bryce? Oh, wicked. Was that the Twitch Adelaide page, Bryce? Did you make that? Who made that? Was that that one, mate? I know somebody in Twitch Adelaide coded a web page that will tie people's from Twitch Adelaide's Twitch pages all together. Oh, you helped with it, did you? Oh, trust me, you're a technical whiz, mate, with this sort of stuff. So yeah, I should have that. I should bookmark it. If that's it, mate, thank you very much. I actually will bookmark that actually, because ever since the communities got taken down by Twitch, I think that was a bit of a bum move by them. Actually, they could have used the tags and the communities together, maybe tighten them up a bit. But that's just my opinion. So yes, thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate that you've just come to see me ramble about my time in Antarctica. Nice 2 hours worth of streaming. It's a good little nice round number, I would have thought. So how about we go say good day to Great White Shark as suggested, as I haven't actually seen him stream, so I will pop in there for a little bit as well before I need to go find something to eat and drink and clean off my back sweat. So how about we go see Great White, and the raid message will be clean the back sweat. How about that? Clean the back. And any emote you want to think that is appropriate, like a tut or something like that. Clean the back sweat. Not in anything Antarctica related, because I'm, why not? You maybe should we? What's the better one? Is there a better one? I don't know. Clean the back sweat. Thanks a lot for coming, everyone. I will see you around. Maybe I'll stream again. I hope so. If not, I will see you around the traps. Thank you and good night.